I feel bad for a guy like Reggie Bush. And I respect Reggie Bush because Reggie Bush, if you look at his college career, he is one of the greatest running backs to ever play in college football. And unfortunately, when you look at who he is and what happened to him with USC, and yes, he took money. Yes, he got paid for obviously using his name. And this has been going on for a long, long time. Johnny Manziel had a lot of problems because he was making money throughout his junior year. Him and his friends were making money off his signings, his jersey sales, signing autographs, going to these parties. And then obviously everybody thought that he was making money under the table and also said that his family was rich, which was not true. That was said by his friend, who supposedly at one point wasn't his agent, but was his representative. Reggie Bush doesn't come from a very wealthy family. And playing and going to USC and Pete Carroll and with that team, you can argue that could have been one of the greatest assembled football teams of the last 30 years. Winning back-to-back championships is not easy. Going to back-to-back championships is not easy. And Reggie Bush had everything to do with it. I've always thought players should be making money off their name. The fact that the NIL deal came and came a little bit late than anybody thought. They made movies about it on quarterbacks and players fighting for these rules to be changed. Everybody keeps talking about these players getting college educations. Half these players don't even finish their college educations because they need to make money and they have to jump right into the NFL before their senior years. Reggie Bush obviously was attacked by the NCAA. Obviously, the NCAA didn't like Reggie Bush. He was very soft-spoken when he was over there at USC. He had a lot to say about the NCAA when he was trying to have one of those seasons, which he did, winning the Heisman Trophy. And I also believe when you look at somebody like Reggie Bush and you look at the NCAA as a whole, Bryce Young, his final season in the NCAA with the Alabama Crimson Tide, he made like $4 or $3 million that year. And people were complaining about these players bringing that kind of cash. Dabo Swinney was one of those guys. Nick Saban, who's making $13 million a year, these coaches making all that money. They can make money off their players' names, but the players can't make money off their own. And the NCAA had to change it. So when you hear this story, I was expecting Reggie Bush, after this NIL deal broke, that one of these years that Reggie Bush was going to go and he was going to attack the NCAA and try to get his Heisman Trophy back. He's not welcomed at USC anymore because supposedly he cheated. They took away their championship. They took away wins just because he took money to help his family out. You're not betting on football. You're not betting on basketball. You've seen these stupid stories that 30 for 30 trying to attack the Mafia at the time that the Mafia was trying to destroy college basketball with Boston College. And now you look at the way college football, college basketball is now. Now you can actually pay a player to transfer. You could say, hey, listen, I'm going to give you $4 million if you transfer to my team, to my school. And that's how guys like Arch Manning, how do you think Arch Manning decided to go to Texas over Alabama, LSU, or Georgia? He was looking at all those schools. He decided to go to Texas. Why? Money. It's all about money. Arch Manning doesn't need the money. Both his uncles are very rich. His father does pretty well. He runs a business. I don't think the Manning family has any problems making money. Reggie Bush doesn't come from money. He went into the NFL. He was a top 3 pick. Did he have a good NFL career? No, he didn't have a good NFL career. He fought injuries. The biggest story about Reggie Bush when he was in the NFL was he was dating Kim Kardashian for such a long time. Reggie Bush should fight for his Heisman Trophy. He should fight the fact that the NCAA ruined him, took everything away from him, probably hurt him for being the number 1 pick. Mario Williams was the number 1 pick that year.
Everyone was shocked.
It hurt him. That's why he didn't go number 1. That's what I believe. He probably would have went number 1. He's one of the greatest running backs to come out of college football. And he would have went number 1 if it wasn't for that whole story taking money under the table. Coaches make money by recruiting players. They recruit these teams, and that's why they keep their jobs. If they're recruiting right, they're winning championships. They're winning ball games. It's the way their names and who they are. This is why their recruitments want to come and play there. Look at Deion Sanders. He goes to Colorado, and 200 recruits want to transfer to him. Why do you think some of these coaches get to the places they want to be? Because they start from the bottom. They work from the top. They build these schools. As we see Jackson with Deion Sanders, he did it for 2 or 3 years over there. And then he moves up to Colorado and he gets a chance to do it on a high standard Division I team. And he's going to get an opportunity, if he does well with Colorado, to move to maybe LSU or Florida State or Miami.